now. So, Lorette, what happened last time?
Well, apparently it was a lot of cleaning house, we'll say, as well, Rowan and Celine had to go back to Abaddon, aka Zoe, to explain how Jay was taken. Apparently that Darcy had was involved, and well, they flooded in, and we couldn't really stop them with the numbers they gave us. Rowan, of course, is hell bent and upset, mostly so because of the betrayal and everything else that had followed because of that. And Abaddon, well, slightly laughs a bit more humorous mirth as explaining that apparently some vampire lord, Vlad Dracula, Prince of Darkness, had reached out and warned her there are consequences for this, and that is more like what happened. That there was some help from the inside. Regardless, she's tasked us with doing nothing. That plans are being made, alliances and back talks, backroom deals and such will be what's necessary now. For us right now, she needs us to present our grief, keep our heads down, and don't cause any problems. And we agreed as we went back to deal with the whole situation. Though she did, of course, ask Rowan to have Grace, or could come too if you wanted, stay in her club until this is taken care of. As well, Grace isn't necessarily going to be very safe. Um, Agreeing to that, they made their way. Though Abaddon and Rowan had a bit of a talk as Rowan apologized for and hugged her. Actually, wasn't blaming her, but understood the betrayal she was feeling, and gave her empathy instead. Something that I don't think Rowan was expecting at all. And says that we'll do what we can. We're gonna rescue Jay. Don't worry. And well, Grace Lamar agreed to staying with Zoe as they preparing for safety for that. And well, Rowan went up to Grace and finally explained everything, all the involvement she had fully with Jay's experience at the Fate Court. And while Grace didn't immediately lash out, she requested space and time to think about this. She understands, but that doesn't explain the way the hurt, as Rowan agreed. Regardless, it's been a few months since we've been gone, so we have to clean house a bit here. Rowan, of course, reaching out to contacts and everything, mainly Elliot, a familiar friend, as they talked about, well, will Rowan be able to put her anger and grief aside if it meant, for Jay? Of course, Rowan agreed. Her revenge is not as important as saving the son of Grace and righting a wrong that she had put her hand in. And Seam Elliot understood and was able to read that. And, well, Celine, well, not Celine, Darius apparently was making connections, getting used to the world of being a vampire, trying to, well, start to do something a little bit different than he was as a wizard. Not fully giving up the magic that he so greatly loved and coveted, but still taking a tentative step to move forward. Though the relationship between him and his father is, I won't even say strained, it's the same as it's always been. He doesn't talk much about what he does, and Darius doesn't push too much about what he does, though it became very obvious to him that his father seems to be having a little fun with Zoe in this regard. And the tower had changed, of course, based on his nature, becoming a more dark and gloomy place. Even blue went from blue to red as well. And his attitude had a change, too. Sorry. And Celine went off to consult things to find some information. One, to understand exactly how Darcy did it. How did she get the Fae to come into the John's realm or home, and was able to get through a few things. Mainly, more like she gets small little tears here and there, and two, that they were navigated so well by having a beacon, and that beacon being Jay. And because of his Fae nature, he will always be able to be found by them. Something to worry about as well if we plan to rescue him. Something she told the others as well as tending to business, cleaning up some things, trying to arrange a more comfortable position. Though sadly, someone had called it a debt. Familiar woman, Carmilla, requesting that Celine, tell Vlad, Dracula, Prince of Darkness, to back off. That they have a history, that he isn't someone that they get along with on the same ideas or emotions, what have you, but she needs him to, once she starts to make her public moves, she needs him to not interfere. And request that Celine convince him to do so. Celine had doubts, but a debt was a debt no matter how much she liked it. So she said she would do it and made her way to calling Vlad. And sadly, well, Vlad heard her out and of course reiterated that she is a monster. That living her life for so long has made her a dangerous vampire and someone who has a peculiar appetite in comparison to most. And asking Celine why exactly he should back off. And Celine didn't really have much argument. She didn't really see a reason to argue. Said, well, I don't plan to stop you. I'm just was told to try, and that's really all I'm doing here. But Vlad decided to call in his favor as well. By explaining to Celine that, well, you stop her then. You make sure she is no longer a problem because I will not abide by this. Celine, of course, tried to backpedal, tried to get out of it, reading that she doesn't think she has the resources to stop something like this, but sadly she had no option but to move forward with it, much to her displeasure. Like I said, Celine checked in with the Rose families, made some calls, talking with Rowan and Abaddon, and explaining what was going on with Jay, as well as the fact, asking if she knew anything about this Carmilla vampire that now has become her responsibility. Though, more than likely, all those contacts that Zoe was familiar with are now gone. Other than the fact that she has contacts probably everywhere in the city, nowhere for Celine to really have a good start, sadly. And of course, Celine, having talk with Rowan, who seems thankful for some things that Celine did. But like I said, Celine, of course, attributes to Rowan's ability to move forward. And they'll plans to be there if she needs help, especially with the betrayal that happened. Celine can sympathize fully. And Celine checking in with the Rose family, mainly with Darius and his father, as Darius explained that things are tense now in this place. Well, the curse, apparently as blue or red or charisma, whatever you want to call them, explains a bit more that this curse that has befallen it is now spreading. And that it has, well, he didn't say that. Rowan was the one who found out. I apologize. Explained that nightmares and sleepiness is a thing, especially when we went to go wake up Matthias, as Celine was trying to have a conversation with them both, but it seems he will be out for a few hours. Not too happy with the situation, Celine offered to have Darius stay at her place a little bit until we could find a solution that works best, because living like this isn't healthy for either of them. And Darius agreed. Just wanted some chance to find some type of peace, as, like I said, this atmosphere has not been a healthy one for everyone. And while that was going on, Rowan, of course, also had a visitor, someone of a more dangerous nature. Member of a Helsing organization, as he explained, that they've been investigating some problems that have been going on in the tower, especially that to tell Darius that he needs to either fix it or he's going to have issues from them, because humans and all the like are being affected by this village. Rowan shrugged, explained that Darius is no longer in charge. It's his father who owns the thing, but there's not much she can really do other than, of course, speak to them and pass along this dangerous message from this Helsing guy. A bit surprised of Rowan's cordial behavior. He agreed, but said his goodbyes, as Rowan now has that information on hand. And like I said, Celine was doing a bunch of running rounds, as well as trying to talk to everyone to make sure everyone's on the same page, and even going back to Matthias to see exactly, well, after the few hours, and talk with him. It seems as Darius is preparing to leave and such like that, Matthias explains that yeah, this curse is taking over a bit more, and he plans to give the tower to Zorn. Though I think confrontation happened as things escalated a bit more. As Matthias explained, well, Darius seemed upset, especially when Matthias told him originally, and Matthias accused Darius of being power hungry. Darius pointed out the fact that Matthias's whole thing has caused problems for them and that it's hurting other people, and back and forth went before he just decided to leave. He said Celine followed Darius to speak with him, and it seemed Darius is frustrated with everything. His father, his life, this new vampirism thing, it's just not been working out. Being very upset about the whole thing, but trying to explain to his family that he wants to help, that it's just, he cares, it's not just about the power. So Matthias' choices are his own. He was the reason he's here, became a demon and such. It's not my problem. Kind of. Celine gave us some empathy for Darius, but explained to him, like, apparently from this deal that he got from these angels and such who wish to help, air quotes. She says that she will leave the choice up to Darius. Whatever he decides, she will not help him in this regard. It has to be his own decision and no one else's. She got up to talk with Matthias, who's upset, angry, especially with Darius's whole thing with angels, and instead of giving the tower to Zorn, everything else that came with that. Also explains to Celine that his relationship with Zoe is, well, stopped a bit there, yes, but he's been dreaming about her, family, love, things like that, and he feels ashamed, disgusted. Celine gave him empathy, of course, saying that wanting love isn't a thing to be ashamed of. Is it something to scoff at? And that it shows he is still a mortal man who wants to just have a happy life. And though he seemed reluctant to agree with that, he talked a bit before he decided to make his way to try to sign off and everything like that. Things escalated at one point or another, as eventually Helena showed up for Darius, requesting that he make a decision. Things have changed. The plan has been altered. You only have now to decide. And Darius said yes. Decided to make that choice, and the tower was changed completely as everyone realized what was happening. Matthias, upset, angry at his son's choices, stormed out. Celine followed him as he confronted Zorn, who was surprised, and explained what happened, but he doesn't want to get involved. He's too upset right now. Going to find some place to sleep now instead of dealing with this whole situation, as Zorn offered his place for Matthias, and Zorn was pissed. Celine trying to calm him down, and Zorn seemed unwilling to just let it go for a day, wanting to confront his father. He ran inside, Celine falling behind as he demanded that he explain himself. Darius, explain why you've done this. Give the tower to me instead, or is it just about the power for you? And Darius tried to explain himself. Back and forth went, and, well, Zorn wore him down a bit, or maybe the helplessness of the whole situation wore him down as he agreed to give the tower to Zorn, pulling up the deal and the paper to write their names on it. And just as that happened, a light flashed and Celine was pushed out. Next to Helena, the angel, Sworn, who seemed to be sad about how it all played out. Celine seemed to be composed, but inside it was a different feeling, as there was a bit of a talk. Celine saying she didn't really hate Elvia, but didn't really like her either. As they parted ways, their philosophies were similar but different. As she now had to contend with what it meant now that Zorn and Darius were either gone or with the angels or what have you. But regardless, they were beyond her now. And I think that's where it ended last.
Yep. As Celine, you're just walking away from the tower.
Yeah, she has a car, I presume, so she's probably gonna go home. Oh shit, she would tell Matthias, goddamn.
As you get in your car and start driving, eventually as you're close to your phone rings. It's it's Darius calling you.
Eyebrow raise at that one.
Damn, Grunt's starting fast.
She probably stops the car in some place that she pulls out her phone. This better be a very ill-composed joke. I'm not in the mood.
Celine?
Darius?
Yeah.
What?
Isn't a joke.
What? Where are you?
Tower, Celine. It's done.
What is done?
I had to have a conversation with Zorn. And someone else. You think you could stop by? Doesn't look too good.
Is Zorn okay?
angry, upset, but
I'm turning around now.
thank you.
She hangs up the phone as she drives within speed limit, but a little bit pushing a little bit, basically.
It's late at night. Romanian traffic, nobody gives it. See, we are actually the land of the free. As you eventually get back, as tower just looks normal, get out and walk up to the door. And as you knock, well, I guess Blue opens up, but like before, he looks quite different. As where once he used to be crimson and shades of deep red, now there's this sort of calming golden color emanating from him. Welcome back, Celine.
Lou, how are you? Or is it gold now?
You can keep calling me Blue. But he's waiting for you.
How is he?
Shaken, changed. It'll be good for you to talk with him.
Celine braces herself. She steps in.
As yeah, you walk in, the entire tower feels quite different. Whereas before it was dark and haunting, there was a sense of hatred sort of emanating from like the architecture, the furniture. Felt like shadows were staring at you from the corners of your vision. Now it feels pleasant, welcoming, cozy, warm. As you'll follow Blue, he'll lead you to like the main living area. As you see Darius, just kind of like sitting on the couch, staring at the floor, almost lost in thought.
She's a bit wary, but she's... Darius?
He like looks up and Celine, it's good to see you. He does have one different. There's one thing different about him. Actually, you recognize the familiar glow of his eyes.
Hmm. Well, it's not been too long.
Maybe.
Where is Zorn?
He's in another room. Yeah, he wants to talk to me right.
What happened, Darius?
So this is gonna be weird. Do you want something to drink?
No, I think I want you to explain.
She showed me. I was ready to hand over the tower to Zorn, but she intervened and showed me things, not very pleasant things.
And what, you also talk with Zorn as well? Or this person thing?
Didn't want to talk with her. But give him some time, I guess.
And what does that make you now, Darius? Full angel, as they told you?
No, I guess at least I don't think I feel the hunger anymore. They're gone.
Or at least they kept us out of the bargain.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm not too sure what else is there to say, Darius. I'll take Zorn home.
I guess I should. I was. Don't mind me. Like looks a bit dejected as he like just kind of like leans back into the couch.
What is it, Darius? You had to know there would be consequences for your choices.
Yeah. But we at least like maybe not now, but talk to me still in the future.
We can still have coffee, Darius.
Excellent. But it's weird, you know. I see things in a different light. No pun intended. I've realized I fucked up so many things.
Well, yes, that's also. Yes, you did. And of course, you see things differently now. You're more than just monstrous. You're divine now, Darius.
No.
Very.
No,
Mhm.
no. I am human. Or at least I will try to be.
I know you'll try, Darius. You tried when you were a vampire. You tried when you were both. And that's all you really can do. But
I
for everyone
gave everything
else,
up. The tower, the magic, powers, the knowledge, everything. It's all locked away. And I'm not touching it ever again.
who is the owner of the tower?
I am. Technically.
So you've locked it all away to ensure no one else can touch it?
Yeah. You know,
And
Dad was right. This isn't who I am. This isn't who I want to be. To stay on board, I wanna actually be someone who's not defined by their power, but by their actions.
it's an admirable thing to do, dear. It's dangerous even. But the glowing eyes says you're something else more than human for sure. That's not a new aesthetic, I assume.
It's a small price to pay. A lesson that was earned. I'll be starting with my father.
Mm.
I've so caught up in my own shit. I never realized his own.
Oh, there's only so many different times I can have you sit down, and have you stare at each other before. Yeah.
These eyes. She showed me the archangel I talked with. She has rather terrifying and really horrible ability. You can sense when people are about to die and also relive their last seconds.
Mm.
She showed me all the lives that would have been taken if Zoran took over the tower over the next 10, 20, 30, who knows how much.
I see.
You know what? Those moments of abject terror. I realized I saw my own life and I was like, I don't want to die like that. And
I see.
I wanted to thank you for everything. For every time you helped me out, every time you dragged me from horrible situations, everything you did for Soren, Dad. Thank you, Celine.
You've done, you've done quite a lot of thinking for me over the, well, almost over time. It's fine. Rivers are hopeless without guidance. There,
How many times can one face his own death before he starts waking up?
there's. You do understand you're still in a dangerous position no matter what. Still the one who owns the tower. You don't really have much when he's an allies, and you still have a job to do.
Technically, I still have some allies. Andre
Sure.
still owes me a few favors.
True. I wonder how you feel about this whole thing.
Well, I will find out at some point. He is a bit low on my priority list.
Talk to your father, Darius. Take care of Zorn.
I don't think Zoran wants to be anywhere near me.
Yeah. I don't think he does.
Maybe with time, though.
Do you have time, Darius? When you become human from the angel's perspective, or are you just now fully mortal?
I think you told me that I will have just enough time to make the wrongs right.
I see.
And well, she can see when I'm about to die, so
That sounds about right for angels.
he just kind of leans back, pulls out a cigarette, and just kind of like lights it up.
You got a tough road ahead of you, Darius. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yep.
Your father is just as stubborn as you are, and twice as cranky.
I realized how to. I think I have an idea on how to get through to him. I some misunderstandings about what this place did to him.
Yeah.
I have new abilities now. They're not gonna make my life easier, that's for sure, but they will help me out with this one.
That's good at the very least. Angel power has angel blessings or whatever they call it has to be worth something. Your father is, no matter if it's new nature or not, still has a human heart. So don't forget that.
You're right.
She will nod at him and presumably go get Zoran.
Yeah. Walk into the nearby room. Don't you dare insult me like that, Mac. You know what, Mac? If you have time to make fun of me, why don't you edit this picture and put some golden eyes on it? Thank you. I appreciate
Make
it.
yourself useful.
Official artist of the GCU. Yeah, as you head over to the next side room, as you open the door and you see like Zoran just kind of like tapping his foot anxiously on the as he like sits on a chair, and as he sees you, like he stands up and says, "Oh, thank God! Let's go. I'm about to tear this place up."
Yeah, she's gonna look him over carefully to make sure he's okay.
His clothes are sort of ripped into places.
But he's alive, right?
Yeah, he seems completely fine.
Yeah, Celine's gonna hug him.
He just kind of
She
like
takes
stops and sort of leave this place. I can't get him.
Okay, I'm taking you home. It's okay, okay? Just make sure he doesn't really like careful looks him over. She is I don't think Celine outwardly does too many affectionate displays, but she is very much that she was worried for her level. Very worried.
Take him out. Darius would have kind of just left to not make Zoran kind of pass him by.
Mm.
But now that you glance a bit around you as you walk back, you do realize that some of the tower is sort of slowly building itself back together.
Yeah.
Zoran may have had a freak out moment.
Understandable.
As soon as you walk out, kind of like get him into the car before he like, it's like, Celine, what? Oh, what happened? What? Did I just see my? Did I just see Darius like? It's not him.
I can't say for sure. I remember there was a blast that was pushed out of the tower, and you were. He says he was shown things, horrible things.
Yeah, I saw
And
the angel talk to him.
Yeah. Apparently, he made another deal. He says he is fully mortal now with some abilities, but he's locking the tower away entirely. Showing no one else that he is giving as much time as he can to right wrongs. Don't know how long that's gonna be.
He would rather put those things in a box and throw it into the sea than trust me to be able to handle it.
I can't say for certain. I don't know. Not too long ago, he's wanted to turn it over to you, but something he saw, whatever they showed him, whatever truths or lies.
Yeah, he told me about the hundreds of people dying, and it's very convenient. They're fucking.
I can't say for certain if it's true or not, but if nothing else, literal angels have intervened to ensure that no one else can get their hands in the tower. And right now, Zorn, you cannot fight angels. It's not worth it at all.
Mere persuaded.
Neato. Can I get a +1 because this is my good buddy, Zorn?
Yeah, he's also bulk about to lose his.
Yeah. Ah.
Listen, if it makes you feel better, it wouldn't have made any difference.
Thanks for the lies you tell me, Grant. I appreciate them when you give me places.
There's gonna. Yeah, we'll see about that one.
Zorn, please. I nearly thought I lost you both. And I'm not sure if we fully have Darius back.
It's dead to me. This is not. It's just. Might as well fucking puppet him and wear his flesh around.
There are other ways to gain whatever it is you want, Zorn. Tell me what it is, and I'll help you find it.
Yeah.
He glances at him, really worried. She's
Yeah,
With him.
he's cooking up plans, Nothing smart.
Zorn, I need it. Talk to me. Come on now.
No, you're right.
Thank
I'll
you.
keep out of trouble.
I've known you long enough to see when you're scheming something.
Yes, and I'm giving you plausible deniability.
I can only say this, Zorn. You can always come to me. Don't do anything foolish. Don't jump the gun. There's more eyes on the tower than usual, and not just the divine ones.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
She gives him another worry glance, but she knows that she can't really push it.
Let me just note. Zoran swears bloody event. Oh. As yeah, I mean you can. I was gonna say as you drive by, what's Rowan doing at this time of night?
Well, Rowan has to call this Raphael guy and tell him the tower shit got sorted out. Oh, it sounds like it's gonna get sorted out.
Yeah, you can give him a phone call. Pick up. You hope it's good news?
Yeah, I talked to him, and apparently he was already planning on handing the tower off anyways, or something. But yeah, that should be resolved pretty quickly here then.
Pleasure doing business with you, Rowan. You take care.
Yeah. Hey, I have a quick question.
Yes.
You're a hunter, right?
Yes.
All right. Oh, I might. One of my friends has I think she's mentioned that she has I don't know, she has some sort of beef with a vampire. Is it all right? Because it's all right if I get you in contact with her, and if you could, I don't know, help her out a bit, as I'm cashing in that favor that he owes me immediately.
Well, I don't see why not. I'm gonna be around the city for a bit, so why not? Why not? Friend of yours got a name?
Yeah, Celine.
Oh, send me her contact information and I'll reach out to her.
Yep. I will. Pleasure doing business with you.
Likewise.
As Rowan will then text Celine that basically the text from Rowan is just, Hunter owed me a favor and am sending him your way to help you with your vampire problem.
Celine Wipar says, thank you, Rowan. The help is appreciated. Oh, Also, Darius has gone through a change. Angels now have the tower.
Just Rowan's gonna respond. Friends of the guy with the eyes, or these like different guys?
Same friends with the guy, but apparently there's a few of them around town. Not too sure how faction works. Yes.
Rowan's just gonna say, if I don't know, if they become annoying, just let me know. I'll fucking tell Andrea about. I'll tell Andrea about them.
Very well. I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, I think she'd like to eat. I think she'd like to have seconds, anyways.
This is a thumbs up, she sends.
After that, I think Mingle's just Rose is going to mingle with the mortals in the bars. She might go to a few different bars, but like she's gonna try to keep preoccupied, talk to people, actually engage with people.
Well, it doesn't pass too long. Ah, thank you, Mac. There we go. As your phone rings, Rowan, as Darius is calling.
Yeah. Darius as Rowan will answer. Hey there.
Rowan, are you busy right now?
Not at the moment. Why?
I would have wanted to chat with you. There's some things I want to talk. I think you're a good first person to start with.
Rowan will just say, is this about your new friends?
No.
Alright. Yeah, I'll be over.
If you want, if not, we can meet out in town. Up to you.
As Rowan will just say, it's fine. I'm not sticking around in one place for too long anyways.
Then, as you will eventually drive over, the same thing as Celine, as you walk in and kind of like Blue looking quite differently from last time you've seen him. The tower has a very different vibe to it now. Less chaotic, much more like calm and orderly. No more books flying about, no more like moving, changing staircases and many like dozens of doors and the endless spiral upstairs. It's all just very calm, peaceful. Looks much more like how you would expect it to look from the outside. Almost humble in a way. As Darius kind of greets you and say, coffee, tea?
No, coffee's fine, I suppose.
Miles, and you see him kind of go up and start, like, comes back with like a tray, like 2 coffee cups. Sits you down. And then you notice like the glowing yellow eyes as well. And I can see how some things have changed.
Tower certainly has a different look to it.
Yeah. how you've been holding up.
As well as I can. Woman I've loved my entire life stabbed me in my heart. And there's increasingly looks like I'm not even going to get the pleasure of killing her. So, fine. Let's just go with fine.
It's quite normal to feel like that, and I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
If you ever need help with anything, remember you can always reach out. I'm trying to make amends. Sounds maybe a bit too weird. Put things back in order.
Rowan's going to say, I'm not sure there's much to be... I'm not sure what amends there are to make with me. I don't remember you wronging me. I remember it being the other way around.
Sure. But I have a distinct memory of you being very weird and awkward around me and Zorn. Well, I can't do anything about Zorn. I just want to come out and say it because I feel like... We ever talk about this? Rowan, it's fine. We all make mistakes. There's nothing... There's no one, I've learned, I hope at the very least, there's no one beyond redemption. And I think you are now on a path to become a better person. And if that's the outcome of you doing all your horrible, fucked up shit, I'm content with that. Happy even.
Can I roll to figure someone out?
Yeah.
The complication, is he wild now or is he still power?
He's wild now. He lost. Like, he's not. I wouldn't call him power.
Cool. I can still ask my question then.
Yeah.
Actually, like, what is your character hoping to get from this? Like, I'm like.
He wants you to forgive
Rowan.
yourself.
Damn. And I suppose he gets to ask one of me too, because I mean, I assume on the complication they would also get to do that on the 7 to 9 thing as well. I don't know. It doesn't say if they do or not.
Yeah, I'll admit that. So he just wants to know, what are you most afraid of right now?
What Rowan's afraid of actually is that, like, what Rowan's actually afraid of, and it's kind of like what she was thinking of doing it at the bar before then Raphael got in contact with her, and now Darius called her. Rowan is actually very afraid that she's going to fall into old habits of using mortals as like a catharsis of hurting them. She's very worried that, like, it'd be easy to fall back into those old habits and then justify it because of what's happened.
You'll light up a cigarette. Rowan, I forgive you. for everything. All that's left now, for you to forgive yourself. And not use this pain you're feeling and this suffering, these feelings of sorrow, not use them as an excuse to give up.
Yes. Rowan's actually she'll be silent for a bit, like actually kind of taken aback by that, and she'll say, well, thank you. Actually, thank you, Darius.
Miles and nods.
Still, all this is still pretty new to me.
So it's the same for me too. Guess we can both learn, become better, learn from our mistakes.
Rowan will nod at that, learn from him, then move forward.
He nods.
Don't know what I talked to Leon. Talked to him about Daresitz. How Daresitz told me about the world he lived in once. A world where the strong did what they wanted, took what they wanted from those weaker than them, and Daresitz talked about it like that was a... Daresitz didn't seem to grasp that that's still the world we live in. Still what happens. And I'm not sure we can make something better. But I'd like to think we can at least do something different.
He'll nod at that as he takes those words in, takes a deep, heavy puff cigarette. I also don't forget that changing the world is a very ambitious goal. Sometimes we can always start with our backyard. Don't neglect the little things in the favor of the big things. I feel like that's a lot of people. Sometimes they forget where they started. Don't let her forget where she came from. Zoe.
Rowan nods at that. I don't plan on it. Leon asked me to help with that.
Good. Means she'll have good people at her side. The corruption starts to take hold.
There. Rowan will nod at that. Rowan has a bit of familiarity with corruption sneaking up and taking hold on people, staring at my corruption advancements. I think Rowan would finish up with the coffee and she'd bid her farewells.
As he'll kind of lead you outside. Says goodbyes before you walk out. Yeah, no. You can maybe see why this is not the same individual you like knew. There's some
Yeah,
differences.
yeah. Rowan is Rowan's not exactly convinced that that is completely Darius, but it seems to be an improvement if it's not.
Yeah, the change in attitude is not. It's you spotted the little things. The fact that this wasn't the first time he brought you coffee. Blue never really did anything. The tower itself, instead of a crazy hectic place, was just calm and relaxing. And there was a man in front of you that genuinely wanted you to give yourself. There are clearly signs of what Darius used to be and what he used to behave like and do and want. But the approach has changed like drastically. And there is now an inner warmness that was never present before. Almost like a new appreciation on life.
Damn, that Angel NK Ultra's damn effective. And I can't even say it was a bad thing.
I mean, listen, experiencing hundreds of deaths for like hundreds of years. And like one new insight on appreciating what they have. Man. Meanwhile, somewhere else across the city, removed from all of this politicking and scheming and world-ending threats, there's this meadow. As Blake, you're kind of doing the rounds at this point. Let me check. I do have an actual moon calendar, just so I know if I can like dunk on you or not.
Yeah.
It's
Scene one.
Jover.
Get fucked. Scene one. Get
Jover.
fucked. I'm looking at the script here, and it says, ha 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 ha, raccoon hands, ha ha ha. Wait, do you actually know the date?
Yes.
Oh.
This is a commitment to hating that I truly respect.
Because I know it's.
While he's looking that up, how do you feel, Tick, now that these conversations with Darius have played out? The first conversation with the new Darius has played out. How do you feel?
I'm happy Celine technically has her boys back. I'm cautiously optimistic.
Like, listen, I swear I didn't plan this one.
Grunt. What
It-
does that mean? Well, I thought we were buddies.
It means literally tomorrow is a full moon. So yeah, because it's 14th today, and it's like
So
like
what
the
you're saying is
9th
I'm
from
getting
14th.
shitted.
Yeah, tomorrow you will be shifted into your
So what you're saying is I'm getting shit together and making sure all the everything's taken care of.
Yeah, and don't
Before
have any.
we'll say unavailable.
I was gonna
How
say,
do you
actually,
do it,
never
Dick?
mind. Let me-
How do you do it?
do not take this.
You mean, did I take the disadvantage that I can only turn on the full moon? No, that's not my disadvantage.
No, you can. So the thing. So by default, you can change into your wolf at will in the sight of the moon. But I don't. Where do I remember reading something about that. Let me open the actual.
I'm Fuck, I think the book says something about the fact that on most, like on the full moon, you get to chain shift for free. Like it doesn't like cost you anything. I think I remember it saying some fucking thing like that. To be honest, I didn't look at the wolf that much though,
Well,
but I
it's like-
did mention something about a full moon.
In transfer settle any phase but a new moon. One with the okay, never mind. So yeah, you can in the sight of the moon. So yeah, it doesn't actually matter. Never mind. Why?
But like, what if you just house rule it?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I remember. Like, I'm not gonna.
Oh, I think.
Make-
Are you looking at the what ability? Transform from one form into another without seeing the moon.
Yeah, no, I know about that one, but I swear I don't know why I remember the fact that you get like forcibly shifted.
Was
On a
there
full moon.
differences in the playtest
Oh, I
material
don't.
and the release material?
Are you thinking of one of the weaknesses where it's like sometimes you transform when you're stressed and angry, kind of thing?
No,
'Cause
no,
that's the one that makes it forced.
no. It's one that I don't know. Maybe this is the Mandela effect. It's like I
Maybe it was in
remember.
another playbook.
Yeah, who knows? Who the fuck knows?
Okay.
So
I'm
yeah, no,
sorry.
so yeah, just so basically you can transfer in the site. So as long as you're in the sight of the moon, I won't be an asshole and be like, it's cloudy at night, sucks to be you. So basically
I'm gonna
at
fucking
night, as long as it's nighttime, you can just transform. It's nighttime and it's not a new moon, or like a Vukodlak eats the moon. I also will fuck you up as we learned.
Or an eclipse.
Or an eclipse,
Actually-
yeah. That can also there's like moments, right? But generally speaking, you're fine. I was just thinking if you lose your shit, but yeah, you are stressed and angry, so never mind. Anyways, I'm just rambling at this point. Blake, you are going around doing the rounds. The new moon is quite a distance away. Don't have to worry about it for like at least another 2 weeks. So yeah, just as you travel around, you do see Olivia just kind of hanging out at one of the corners. She has like a little cup in front of her filled with spare change.
Is she just sitting or standing?
She's sitting down on the ground, sort of kind of huddled up, covered by a cloak that shrouds most of her figure.
Yeah, he'll walk up and sit next to her.
Always enjoyed your company, Blake. And
Likewise. Looks like
I'll say for like timeline's sake, you've been around, took over not that long ago. You've been here around like 6 months, I'll say.
so. After all the Zorn and all that drama and
Yeah.
her death, I'm pretty. Am I aware of it or pretty out of the loop of all that?
They would have told you that the moon was disappeared and basically a Bauk killed. Well, I wouldn't say Bauk. They probably would have said like the werewolf that was owned this area previously before you got murdered in that time spot.
Okay.
Big event.
All right. Always a pleasure to see you, Olivia. Looks like you're doing good tonight.
Like all the nights.
Nobody giving you trouble?
No. You're hoping someone would?
Never. But, if somebody messes with my favorite beggar, I want to be able to correct them of those errors.
You know,
Come on now, you started. Might as well finish.
it's an interesting thing, you know. Knowing when you die. You believe it would be a curse or a blessing? Be able to foresee your own death.
You know this stuff better than me. Is it a thing of will be's or a thing of maybes?
Don't know. You just have a vision. Your death.
I don't know, Olivia. We all gotta die. What's important is the stories that they tell about us when we're gone, don't you think?
An interesting answer. See. Yes, you'll see. He'll also see.
Okay, give your buddy a heads up on what you're seeing.
She kind of just pushes the a cup with change.
Gonna make your buddy pay?
That's how it works. Everyone must pay.
Is it more money to clear the vision, or
That's buy the truth.
all right? He'll reach into his wallet and pull out a 20 and put it in the thing.
You know, slowly pulls the thing back.
It has to be coin.
Yeah. See shadows growing around you. Deep, dark shadows. Out of those shadows, doom will come for you. Soon. But maybe not too soon.
Is there a name behind the shadows, or is it metaphorical?
Zoe.
Grunt, does that name mean anything to me?
Off the top of your head, no.
Now, why would somebody want to hurt little old me?
Like, you can always go around and ask. That's kind of how these things work. If you don't know something, someone somewhere does.
Yeah, I figured. I just thought
If you say that in character, she kind of giggles a bit. Who can tell? I just see things. I don't necessarily understand them.
that's fine. I appreciate the heads up either way.
Of course.
He gets up. Have you eaten?
Soon. Never seen this woman eat anything in her life.
All right. Well, you know, my door's always open if you want a home cooked meal.
I prefer it here. Thank you.
I understand, Olivia. Take care of yourself. You know where to find me.
Of course. Take care, Blake.
He'll smile and continue his rounds.
Yeah, which roll me? It comes with the territory. Let's just roll that. Let's see. First roll as Blake. Let's go. I believe in you.
Ah,
Been like
Come
two
on, fail, fail,
complications
fail,
before.
fail,
Two roll
fail,
success.
fail.
he's hurt. Dad, please don't hurt my feelings. I have so few of them. Yep. Nope. That's
One
not
of
a
your
complicated. Nope.
troubles surface. Let me check your trouble. Would you look at that? I'm so glad
am
I
I-
checked the picture already.
Would you look at the time?
As you kind of go around for like another hour or two, it's like very early in the morning, like 5:30. You're ready to kind of clock out. As you kind of hear some laughter coming from around the woods, as it sounds like some teenagers, and as you kind of like smell it in the air, they're smoking pot. That would be normally fine. The problem is, you know that these woods house a very, very violent ghost that has been around here ever since you moved in. You're not really sure if the previous owner never said anything to Daniel about it, so he has no idea when the ghost like attached herself here. Yeah. She doesn't like visitors in the forest.
Yeah, he'll start walking up to follow the teenage noises.
Yeah, as you go around, you'll see like three kids. They're like smoking. Gonna sneak up on them, or just gonna like draw their attention?
Yeah, once he's close enough, he'll just draw their. He'll you know what? He'll sneak up on them. That's what he'll do.
Yeah.
So when you,
Very good.
yeah, he'll just get as close as possible so they can't just scatter.
Yeah, as you close to them, they'll like as you kind of go around some of the trees, you kind of reveal yourself as they just jump a bit. Holy shit, you scared me, man. What the fuck?
All right, kids, party's over. This is private property. You got to get the fuck out of here.
Oh, kind of like mumble to one another before like they start like heading out.
He'll follow him. So is it just the wooded area that's
Yes.
because I know I have territory outside the woods.
Yep. It's just the wooded area specifically that'll mess people up if they get unlucky.
Listen, kids, I get it. So I can't have you coming around here. I know my territory well, Grunt. Is
Yeah.
there a place I could just tell these kids to go, but anywhere but here?
I mean,
So
there's like plenty of spots, but the reason why people kind of hang out in the woods is that there's not that many, like there's not that much traffic.
Mm. All right, kids. I get it. Going to the woods seems like a good idea, but this is private property, and the owner's going to get real pissed if he finds you here.
Yeah, man. Just chill out. Didn't hear it.
Uh,
Sort of, they all, even they hear it. As there's this horrendous, like, just loud, audible growl that almost seems to come from all around. They're like, what the fuck is that? As they start like glancing around in the darkness, and they can't really see anything.
He'll, for comfort, he says, wild animals. That's why kids shouldn't be coming around these parts. He'll pull out he'll behind his back, because I assume they're in front of him. He'll like, stay close, kids. And he'll pull out his pistol behind his back.
Now I will remind you, this is not America. If you pull out the gun, people will be like, "You what the fuck?"
Oh yeah, fair enough. I guess I'll just keep these kids close, and I guess punch a ghost if it comes around.
Give me escape a situation. I'm sure that's how it works. Give me escape a situation.
I'm sure that's how it works. Oh no.
Watching closely.
I've done ghosts before. Use arm. Get away and shoot one. Well, you choose one of those, and I'll choose the second one for you. You have to just kind of book it and lead these 3 kids out.
Yeah, I guess it would make sense if I take harm. I'll take a hit for one of these kids.
Yeah.
Just one harm, or is it just?
Yeah, just one harm.
Okay.
As you rush out, you kind of get like scratched and bruised as you kind of lead the way. You stumble a bit as you kind of fall at some point in one of the a hole that suspiciously wasn't. Don't remember it being there or so deep, but not enough time now to think about it as you rush through the bushes and manage to eventually lead them out to the road as the growling noises behind. They were kind of like spooked as they once they see their fucking road and other houses, they'll just start running. As you sort of take a deep breath, realize something. Your pistol, not on you anymore. Must have dropped it somewhere behind.
Son of a bitch. What time is it, Grunt?
It's 5:30, I think I said. The sun
Does
is
the ghost
kind of
care-
cracking.
Does the ghost care if I'm in the territory, or does it just seem other people?
Doesn't particularly like anyone. You've never been able to like talk with it. It's been very like hostile interactions. The problem is like you get hurt, you can like heal yourself much easier than other people.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Should you see
have to
her
go
though?
back.
You have. I was gonna say you have seen her because I don't want to keep this picture saved. See the woman sort of floating at the edge of the tree line, like this sort of pale aura around her, just sort of staring at you. Almost, there's an almost smile on her face as she kind of fades back into the woods.
God damn it. I'll have to go back tonight. I want to get whooped. Not be able to make a quick escape. All right. With that, I guess he'll head home because he doesn't want to deal with this thing and not be able to turn into a werewolf.
I mean, head over. Be living somewhere nearby then.
Yeah. Yep. He would live somewhere nearby.
So what accommodations do? Let's fucking see.
Oh yeah, that is right.
Duffel bag and a cell phone. Oh, you're really poor.
Yep. Damn, I forgot about that. Yeah, so I guess I'll just find a nice
It's fine though. Listen. There's like there's probably let's see, there's a home.
underpass. There's probably some underpass. Abandoned building.
There's no abandoned.
Oh yeah, I forgot Star Trek Paradise.
Abandoned buildings like fucking next to the city. What the fuck? That's like prime real.
The actual Star Trek Utopia.
No old factories, none of that. Okay, it's fine, Grunt.
There's no urban decay.
No.
The sprawl. The sprawl.
There's no Spirit Halloween that takes over at one point for 1 year, moment of the year.
You live very like you are nowhere near the like factory town.
All right.
You're way outside. But listen, there's like, I'll be nice to you. I'll be very nice to you.
I appreciate you.
If you
Grunt.
take like another debt with Daniel, I will just give you like an apartment, kind of rent it out for you.
I guess I have no choice.
Listen. This is not like. I'm not gonna ask you like this. Like maybe I will ask you every month. Who knows? But yeah, you have
I feel
like.
like it's worse by the second.
Listen, sometimes you have to work for the like you gain money from some of those favors. But yeah, you have a little apartment set up close to this area. You kind of head back in, and you're tired, so you go to sleep, and probably awake now 8 hours later. Anything you want to do?
It says I have a shitty cell phone, right? Do
I
have
will
any
give you like
calls or-
basic amenities, but just like a house is not a basic.
No, but like, I know I just basically carry stuff on my back if I need to like move around. So, do I have any missed calls or anything?
No.
I'm gonna give Daniel a call.
He'll pick up. Hey, little Blake, what's up? What can I do for you?
Hey, just got a name floating around. Just want to know if you happen to know it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's that.
Does the name, what was it, Zoe mean anything to you?
Holy fucking shit. Yeah? What about her?
I don't know. Some fortune teller just told me I should be worried about it.
Okay, well, luckily for you, the bitch bounced out of town. I don't know what the fuck happened to her.
Oh, so she is a person.
Yep.
She
used to be one of the big shot vampires, kind of. Some shit went down a year ago. She's been gone for like 10 months now, 11. It's been a fucking while.
What's the story on her? Like, what made her? What's the rumor going around town? What made her leave?
Well, here she made some fucked up deals with demons and got involved into a in like a fight between demons and the Fey courts. Really messy shit.
Sounds like something best avoided.
Well, yep, Zoe was generally best avoided.
You don't think she's coming back around town, do you? You would have heard something, right?
Yeah. Oh god, Sophia would just lose her shit.
All right. Well, if you hear about any weird vampires bringing demons to a Fey fight, you let me know, all right?
Yeah. Everything else good with you otherwise?
Yeah, just had to run off some kids who were smoking pot in the fucking forest again. That chick was not appreciative of that.
Listen. I've been thinking a bit. There's a guy I can put you in contact. Owes me like a few favors. Like this wizard dude. Need like help with the ghost.
I'll be honest, I already owe you enough, and it's not becoming an issue quite yet. But if I do, I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah. No worries. But I feel like she's well, you know it better.
Maybe she just likes my charm and doesn't like the competition. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she wants my undivided attention.
Well, I guess you can go charm her if you want.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for the info. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Take care, man.
Yeah.
You should be careful with the things you say, Tick, even as a joke.
is it because it gives you ideas, or?
Yes. Of course. You are one of my muses, Tick.
What can I say, Grunt? You could just drop the rest of that council, and I would be happy to be your shadow rider.
Let's see what Celine's been doing. For more reverse therapy. Because Celine, once you get back, I do remember you. I think you sent Matthias to your apartment as well.
Yeah, I was gonna send him my apartment, but Zorn also offered his, so I'm not too sure which one. He originally went to Zorn, but if you want to have him go up to
that's true.
hers.
You've escaped this time then. So yeah, you would just, as you got back home, probably Zorn would just kind of.
Would Zorn want to go? Would Zorn want to go back to her place, or you want to go back to his? Because she would drop him off wherever he wants.
Touché. You get away from both bullets. You drop off Zorn to his apartment. And then just kind of drive through your own. I'm not sure if there's anything you want to do for the rest of the night.
Well, Grunt, she has a lot of stuff to do. Mainly that she has to fight an old vampire lady, so she can't do anything directly, so she has to figure some stuff out. So I guess she's either make some calls or contacts, see if she can get someone to begin that process. What does she have? What does she know?
As you kind of think about it, kind of go through maybe calls, your phone will ring. There's an unknown number.
He picks up. Well, Celine speaking.
Good. My name is Raphael. I've been told that you may have a vampire problem.
Yes. So Rowan told me. I do have a vampire problem.
Well, I am nothing if not an expert at killing vampires and other supernaturals.
Oh, that's good to know. This vampire particularly is an old one, a strong one, and a very cunning one.
Nothing beyond what I can help you out with.
Very confident of you, at the very least. I can speak to you in person, that's easier. I can give you all the details over the phone.
I like doing meetings in person.
Well then, we can have coffee at Random location insert here, Grunt.
Bit late for coffee, but like in a few hours.
Oh,
The
yeah.
hip hopping in place around town. Insert coffee place here where all the meetings happen.
Look, we can make it a night diner if that helps. I forgot what time it was, actually.
It's like 5 in the morning.
Yeah, there's probably a diner or a restaurant that's still open that we can go to. That's the case.
Yeah, it's called McDonald's.
Well, you never had a night diner? Okay,
No.
we can go to a bar then.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no night. I literally don't know of any night diners. There's like bars, but
Oh, okay, gotcha.
not
Well,
even
you know this
McDonald's.
place.
I think opens. I think we just have to order it from outside.
You have a better place. You know this place better than I do, so yeah, go to a bar.
As you walk into one of those bars where the almost no one inside, as the bartender kind of looks at you walking in, face of realization as he in fact cannot go home. He has to stay a bit longer.
I'll tip well, I promise.
As you walk to the table in the corner where you see this man sort of waiting for you, he is enjoying a drink. He like looks at you and smiles. Ah, lovely to meet you, miss.
Hello, Raphael. Lovely to meet you as well.
So, I'll be honest, sounds quite a lot of trouble. A vampire that's also old, that's also powerful.
It is a dangerous one at that. Apparently, it's something that happens eventually to most vampires.
Yeah, well, most of them are smart enough to stay hidden.
Normally, she would be, but she plans to make bigger moves, expand the territory. We'll say. And she has a particular appetite that may cause problems for the mortals.
Ah, well. I have ideas.
Uh-huh. Would you willing to share them?
Well, I help you, you help me. Seems fair, only fair.
What would a hunter of your caliber need help from little old me?
Ah, that's for me to figure out at the appropriate, convenient time.
I see. Very well, I can't say no to making new friends at the very least. And a dear one actually told me that this would be worth it, so.
Or at least Rowan has fixed the tower business, and I don't have to kill anyone, so I am happy, if not a bit disappointed.
Well, give it time. Trouble usually finds this city eventually.
No, you see, I like being disappointed. I like being very disappointed because that means nobody has to die, and that's usually the preferred outcome for my bosses. They don't send me when subtlety or tact is necessary.
Oh. Well, hopefully you can be subtle and tact because this vampire has a large number of assets and agents I'm not too aware of, but she has her eyes on the city.
I think we need. Problem is, I don't think I can be, but I have a way to navigate around that. So don't you worry. Say, let's say I'll make sure your vampire friend. I mean, I will probably be able to kill her on my own in the span of a few days, but I can make her life miserable. What
That's a
is that
tall
worth
order.
to you?
Misery has its purposes, but I'm not out here for revenge. I want her dead and dusted.
All things come in good time.
And I don't want her lashing out on anyone else because, quite honestly, she can do a lot of damage to any number of people.
To be honest, Miss Celine, I've been involved in many supernatural fights, and very rarely have I seen innocent not get hurt by them.
Yeah.
The reason why they don't happen that often because there are no winners, there's only losers. Well, of course, like I am a winner, but I'm not your average.
Very confident, I see. I appreciate that.
It's not confidence if it's true. Just merely assessing and stating the obvious.
Of course. Oh, I would hope this will be a nice little partnership we have together. Will that be alright to assume?
I would hope so.
Good, good. Most hunters don't seem to really enjoy speaking with those they plan to kill, so that's a good start.
Oh, no, maybe I shouldn't tell you this, but I enjoy talking to the people I kill quite a lot before I do it.
Well, I'll keep that in mind, though.
Well, we shake on it as he like extends his hand.
She raises an eyebrow, but she does shake his hand.
As you kind of go to shake his hand, he'll kind of grab your hand, kind of pull it a bit closer as he just kind of gives you a kiss and a wink on it.
Oh, dear. Celine is thrown off completely.
Fortunately, John's busy building defenses. You tell him though. Tell him this.
I think she honestly just laughs. She was not expecting that. You are a bold man, Raphael, but I need you alive, not dead. So please, my husband would not be too happy about that.
Ah, don't. It's merely a sign of respect, my lady.
Of course.
Well,
Well, at the very least.
I've also been known to live life dangerous.
I see. Well, you've given me a bit of something to look forward to.
I'm just saying, a woman like yourself, a fine demon lady, should not be left unattended.
Truer words have not been spoken, but Mr. Raphael, we have a vampire to kill.
Ah, of course.
Don't forget business.
Never. You may be pretty, but I am even more sharp.
Very well then. Well, I have your number saved. Do not hesitate to contact me. I'll still be working things on my side at the very least.
Of course. As this will cost you, in fact, fucking 3 favors.
Yeah, kind of forget, especially to kill this. Is it? I gotta ask, is this Mortalis?
Yes.
Okay. You know. I'll write that down. Okay, take out the other favors I have.
Yep. He is, in fact. There's a... Finally, thank you. I was a bit scared because if you said no to this, I would have been like, shit, how can I involve Blake into Gasco?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Let's finish quoting.
I didn't even realize he'd do this. I didn't realize he was so funny.
A funny little guy.
Listen. I presented more challenges. Not for John, but for like Red, the player.
Listen, I really liked him too. It was real sad when he gets ballistically caned from another dimension.
John doesn't need to know.
Oh, Red, why, Celine, why is your lipstick smeared? I've been away for so long.
We're not gonna tell John about this. It was a funny little thing. It's fine. It's fine.
You know, it's funny. You know what? It's always great to have a relationship built on trust. Don't you agree, Red? Built on your foundation of lies. One little white lie leads to more.
Like he's a little mortal man. He's just being a little funny guy. Look at him trying to be bold. It's fine. And he's alive anyway.
Listen, I'm not judging. John might, but I won't.
Raphael, I wish I met you in better times. You're such a funny guy. Unfortunately, Rowan's not ready to appreciate how funny you are yet.
Yeah. Other than starting a war with Carmilla Celine, is there anything else you would like to? There's the Rivers family is right there begging for attention,
Yeah,
like
I
baby
have
birds.
to. Yeah,
It's a
so
trap.
I have to talk to Matthias about what happened, so he's not going off the handle. Yeah, let's go check on the Riz family.
It'd be really
Yeah,
bad if Zoran told him first without you there.
she probably already did.
That's what I mean. When Grunt said you dodged the bullets, what you didn't realize is that means that he just fired the bullets anyway, so they hit someone else.
Swerved.
No, see that the correct metaphor would be like I just collected them so I can shoot them all at once. Yeah, Celine, as you depart from this meeting, you give Matthias a call.
Yeah. She would even show up if that's more of the case. Probably better for her to show up in person instead.
Yeah, I mean, well, that calling is overrated. As you just drive over to their apartment.
Yeah, let him know she's on her way.
Yeah, he doesn't really respond.
Well, he's probably napping. I'm bringing food and coffee. Why? Things will be fine.
As you stop the car and as you sort of get out, you hear the distinct noise of like flapping of wings. As you look around, you see this lady looking at you with all the eyes.
Hello. How can I help you?
You must be Celine.
Oh, you've caught me off guard here. What can I call you?
Cassio.
Very well, Cassio. What can a demon be of use for an angel?
Our lineages are not relevant.
Well, it depends on the day, doesn't it?
Not really. Not for me, at least. Do you harbor mistrust because of who I am?
I
Because of
harbor
what I am?
I harbor my mistrust for almost everyone. Very few people I don't have doubts for. Don't take it personally.
You are correct. It is the cross of those who lived in this world where
Yes. Well, you didn't ask my question. How can I help you today?
talked to Darius earlier.
Yes.
I'm the one who turned him, made him see.
And what brings you to me?
I had hoped. I have hope that bridges will be mended at some point.
Do you
It
mean
was
between the
a-
rivers?
It was a sad thing to see the son and the father break apart.
It is. Especially when they're still trying to reach each other.
And I know he may seem different because, well, he is different. But he is still Darius. Still part of who he was, what he wanted.
It's a difficult thing for not just mortals, but people, us, to grasp how much we change when we make these deals, how much it makes us different what we were, or does it enhance who we are? Regardless if Darius is the same or not, or if it's a whole new person entirely, the choices Darius made before, there are consequences to all of them, for every one of us.
Which is why I'm talking with you right now. I need your help. I want you to let him fix his mistakes. I've been told how much you've carried this burden. I want you to share the load.
Do you ever think about the fact that we can never really recreate naturally the way mortals do? We will never have children our own. Not really.
She nods.
There's an aspect of us that will never fully understand it. Not ever. So we make our own things. Our own connections, the only way we know how to understand them. I consider this family both my pawns, my things, my children. I've cared for them and I've given parts of myself away for so little. The downside to children is that they always grow up. You cannot keep them the way they are forever. I took a step back, allowing Darius to make a choice for himself without interference. Even though I know he was making the wrong choice, I wanted to make sure it was one he felt he made on his own. And in doing so, I don't feel like I made the correct one either. So you're asking me to do that again, to step back and watch.
You don't trust my intentions, his intentions. That's understandable. But at the very least, talk with him. You think he is not the same individual, that is also alright. See how he's changed. And maybe then it's judgment.
I know he's changed. Going through what he's gone through, he's changed in many different ways. Some good, some worse. I know that. My concern comes with the fact that I failed him. He looked for me for guidance and I failed him. And I don't know if I know it's him or if I prefer just to not get emotionally involved again. It's a dangerous problem. How much you give yourself away for those you love.
It's understandable. Most individuals are afraid of being hurt, being too involved. Emotions are a powerful force in the world, but they are a double-edged sword.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Will not judge you whatever you choose.
I mean no offense when I say this, Cassiel, but your judgment means nothing to me. In the face of all that I've lived, an angel has never been much of a friend for me.
You can change that.
What a tall order you ask of me.
Is it? Look at what you've achieved. How many people in modern day do you think have interacted with Dragon?
I don't know if I can change speak with heaven in some fashion that has a positive.
Not heaven. Just Darius.
I will allow Darius to mend these bridges. I've been heaven and hell above. I know I've been trying. Maybe this new version of him will have better luck.
Not. Thank you. As yeah, you can add one favor from Cassiel.
Neato.
See, it's not that bad.
Don't you sound smug.
I will. I told you this. Yeah, I guess you will. If I don't have anything to say, she will fly away instantly.
Yeah. Celine would. I think before she goes, Celine will ask her exactly what she showed Darius. What was it that does Darius didn't tell her?
I have some would call it a gift. Others would call it a curse. I'm able to sense when people will die. I am able to see when it happens. See through their eyes. I have shared that gift with Darius. I've let him, through the power of his tower, enabled him to experience many futures, many people. I wanted him to understand how precious life truly is, and many people don't get the chance to fix their mistakes. They don't get the chance to mend bridges, to make up for past regrets. I think he finally understood that. It wasn't easy, or was quite painful for him. Years of death memories in a matter of seconds. But sometimes we need to suffer a great deal before we realize how to get out of the prison we've built for ourselves. Sometimes only through pain we can heal.
Look at mortal lives, all their existences mostly suffering for them. But thank you for telling me.
Once.
And yeah, that was the only thing she wanted to ask her.
Takes her leave. Yeah, you walk up. Can you walk into the apartment? And like everything, like the lights are closed.
Knock, so I'm not too sure anyone answers.
If you keep knocking, eventually the door will open the door. A bit groggy. Celine, what's up? What's going on?
What time is it? It's still nighttime?
I mean, no, I mean it's daylight, but he slept for like 3 hours.
Ah, gotcha. I came by to say hello, mostly to talk to Matthias to see how you're doing. You can go back to sleep.
He's not in. I don't know where he went.
Ah, I see. Well, I'm sorry to wake you, Zorn. I brought breakfast, I guess, whenever you're up for it.
Did it?
Did you tell him?
No, he wasn't here when I got.
I see.
I don't know where he went.
I see. Well, at the very least, when you see him, tell him to give me a call or shoot me, and I'll stop by.
Yeah, yeah.
She would probably leave the food with Zorna. She will try to give Matthias a call, and if he doesn't pick up, there's only one other place she thinks she might be.
Where do you think he might be?
I don't know. This may be in that club that Zoe hangs out with that now that she owns.
You are so correct, though.
Yeah.
Why would he go back there?
Moment of weakness and desperation.
Why would he grunt? Why would a man with
Zoe
a...
would never take advantage of like a weak and broken man.
Yeah, of course she wouldn't. Of course she wouldn't, is what Celine's not thinking at all.
As yeah, he's not picking up, as you'll have to make your way to the Inferno Club.
Mm.
As you kind of walk in.
Leon or anyone around.
Hates said that this is the moment to ask me questions. So yeah, you kind of, as you walk in, you don't really see Leon, but you do see you see, actually you don't, never mind, you don't see where, because you look around, I mean, you just gonna go ask Zoe directly?
Well, I like I say, I didn't know if Leon or any guards air quotes were here.
There's like
So I
there's
wonder-
like some like bodyguards, I guess, but no.
Yeah. Yes, basically. So she's gonna, go find Zoe. That's the case. Talk with her for a quick second.
Yeah, as you walk up to the VIP area, as you see about what you expected to see. You as you see Matthias kind of just sitting on the couch, and Zoe is just kind of lying straight with her head in his lap. As she like turns around and like sees you walking up to them, smiles.
Yeah. Well, I was worried for nothing. Good to know.
I did hear that some stuff may have gone down. Everything okay out there, Celine?
Yes. Zorn, of course, is upset, but dealing with it as best he can, and, well, disaster has not happened fully just yet.
Okay.
Well, that sounds good. Then why do you have that face?
It seems Angels now have the tower that Darius was. Well, Darius is now its owner, and the tower is owned by the Angels.
Well, I mean, it's not like Darius was the most cooperative individual with me.
No, he was not. But he has been changed by them.
Changed how?
I'm not fully aware of the scope, but he is. I don't know how to properly describe it. It is him, but fractured, fluctuated, calm, less prone to anger, different.
She kind of gets up, like kind of like leans into Matthias, whispers something into his ear as he like just pretty like nods, gets up and walk away.
How was Matthias reacting to what Celine was saying? Did he react at all?
Seems very like tuned out.
Oh dear.
Zoe would never take advantage of.
Zoe, I have to ask,
Yes.
what has been done to Matthias?
Well, listen, it's better if I give him the drugs than someone else would take so much advantage of him.
Of course, you are his lord and master. It's not
Mhm.
much anyone who can really stop you who decide to use that.
Listen, I don't feel like we have that kind of relationship. He comes and goes as he pleases.
Of
I
course.
don't really tell him to do anything. He just. He was very sad when he came in. You know, a bit. Sometimes it takes a bit to make him open up to me. A
Hmm.
family, though, I don't. Sounds a bit weird even for him.
Oh, it's easy to forget, but he was a mortal man who gave up his life for duty. It's not impossible to imagine that he aches for things that he wishes were different. We all have those dreams and hopes, no matter how silly they can be sometimes.
Maybe I could give him one.
Would you even want one, Zoe? A family of your own in that regard? You have Jay.
I mean,
Grace.
no, not. It's kind of like, not like that. Like, can possess someone, have him do it with her, have a child. Huh? Yeah, that kind of works.
Well, you could do it that way, though I feel that there'll be some hiccups along the way. I'm surprised, Zoe. You seem like a woman who can love a large number of people. You don't really have to possess anyone. Most people can do it for enjoyment alone.
Unfortunately, I'll be honest, I don't think Matthias can, like, he messed it up with one kid. I don't, do I want to traumatize, like, another one?
Well, think of it this way. Matthias was alone, vulnerable, and was given God's duty before that all happened. He's not by himself. You're there. I'm there. Rowan. A large number of us are here for him. It takes a village to raise a child, as I've been told.
Yes, but, this is like a request.
No, it's me giving you information, Zoe, because I know you downplay it, but you are his lord and master. I've been in his position. If you tell him to jump, he can give attitude, but he still has to say how high.
Yes, but you know me, I don't like abusing my powers. At least not without being a bit creative about it.
Of course. There's not much I can really do to convince you in that regard, and honestly, it has to be your choice.
Yeah, which is why I told him to bring me Darius.
You wish to speak with him to understand the full nature of his change, or
No, I want to take his soul. Never had an angel soul.
that seems like it will cause a large number of problems in the long run,
Eh,
especially since you have bigger things to worry about.
Listen, we're working on that. We're working. I can multitask.
I want to insight her. Is she? Is this something where she's starting to get a little too? She's starting to forget seeing the forest before the trees situation. She's starting to get a little misled with something new and fun to play with.
Sure, give me a figure someone out.
Give me a second. Where the hell is it? Ah,
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some of that. It's also the fact that she seems to sort of fucking what's the word? Rejoice, revel in the fact that this is just another big fat W for her. The fact that Darius just kind of like turned into an angel and like the whole thing, she feels like she won. And he's now just kind of like a broken husk, and he's just not even him. And
still
she
with
wants
your
to.
games?
She basically wants him to be brought here so she can gloat. Honestly,
Ah, still with your games. I see.
Oh, what is life if not a bit of fun and games?
This reminds me of my old master. What is life but not fun? Or deals? Or business?
Oh,
Or pleasure?
I know what you're trying to like guilt me now into. No.
Am I?
Yes, listen. I'm not. I didn't. Okay, serious talk now. I'm not. It's not like I forgot about the whole Faye incident. That, like, I'm working on that. I started asking a few questions. I'm making a few deals. It seems that they want to start the Faye creation process on scale. And right now, I'm trying to figure out where they're gonna actually start it at, so we can operate in that area.
What? Will Zoe allow Celine to get close enough to put like her hand on her
Yeah.
hand on her face, basically?
Of
Like
course.
she's gonna caress it.
You're like her adoptive mom, of course you would.
Yeah, Celine looks very soft as she's looking at Zoe, almost amused by the whole thing. Ah, you are a dangerous delight, Zoe.
So just kind of
You-
smile.
You have so many things in your hands right now, and I fear you will forget how easily you can break your toys.
How can you like compliment me at the same time as like judging me? Oh, the talent.
It's years of years of work. I can only tell you what I think, and the choices are always up to you.
Fine, mom. Don't torture him. I would just. Can I still gloat?
You wouldn't be Zoe otherwise.
Promise I won't do anything bad to him.
Ah, she's gonna give her a kiss on the forehead. Ah, look at her. So awful. I love her.
You see, this is why I've been upgraded now to ontological winner. I'm in fact putting medals on myself.
You are just Stalin awarding himself medals for.
I
just
am
saying-
though. I am.
You're like, what? He won that? Zaz won that battle? No, I won that battle. I should give myself an award for this.
I am merely a humble servant. All of my victories are to further the glory of my dear leader.
It is. That's how Zaz got past the purge. Yes, it is that. Except if you were just pitting it on yourself, you're just like, what should I get myself? No, wounded seems like I could bleed, and gods don't bleed, so that none of that. We're gonna get that purple heart out of here.
Gonna say, Rowan.
Yeah.
Anything you would like to be to engage with? Some time you have to wiggle.
You know what, Grunt? You know what? Given that it's early morning right now, right?
It's been a bit, but yeah, it's like daytime now.
Daytime. You know what? I think what Rowan's gonna do, she's gonna go visit where Kylie was buried. In case you forgot
Yeah.
who that was.
No,
that
no,
was
no. I
the,
know.
uh,
I
the-
know.
Yeah.
It's-
Hasn't come up in forever.
it's been like I think it's been like almost 2 years now. So nah, like 1 year and a half. But yeah, as you can easily figure out where she was buried. Visit her graveyard. I can't actually believe I'll be using the fucking cemeteries. Incredible. As yeah, you find a moment where there's like no one really around. peace and quiet. Took over her tombstone.
Rowan, she spends like there's some time where she's not approaching and she just looks at it, stares before she'll get closer and just kind of kneel down, hand on the tombstone. And she's gonna kind of whisper towards it. Been a while. Be honest, I don't really know why I came here, but well, I don't know where the others are. Can't really apologize to them, so I guess apologizing to a ghost isn't the worst place to start. I'm sorry I got you mixed up in this. Sorry I got you hurt. There's a moment where Rowan is going to actually just... She'll pause for a bit, then she'll just kind of say, I think maybe I could have loved you if I gave it the chance.
There's a moment of silence. Then you kind of hear it. Sort of jingling of like kind of coins and metal. As you glance behind you and kind of behind some of the tombstones, you see this woman who, she's like, you can see her like deformed hands holding this cup, this metal cup that's rattling with coins as she walks. As she is blind by the way she kind of moves. And as she kind of approaches the tombstone you're at, honoring the dead.
Suppose.
Good. You know, there is a way to make amends. There's been a lot of death in this city. Friend. Your other friend. Stranger. There will be others. Death haunts you, doesn't it, child?
It's been an increasingly common trend as of late.
How many of your brethren have you killed in the mists?
What would that number be at, Grunt?
Well, how many did you kill during the battle at John Celine's castle?
John Celine's castle. I think I was referenced like I killed at least one.
Yeah.
I,
That's up to you. I don't remember exact numbers.
yeah. And she'll say, I know I killed one. A few of the other bodies had marks from me on them, but I can't be sure if I was the one that did them in.
Cannot help dead. You can help the living dead. If you ever wish to talk with your friend here, there is someone who can guide you. Souls of the departed. Have one last conversation before they go into the ocean of the universe. And the void reborns them anew.
Who would that be?
Visit the urban forest. The boy in shadow witnessed the one who eats the moon commit the vicious act of murder.
I think I know what you're talking about, yeah. Assuming she has like the cup out, Rowan is going to put yeah, I mean honestly money's not really a thing Rowan cares about. She'll put a decent amount in the cup.
As you place some money in it, says, I can hear her crying. Mourning after her children. Your anger, almost palpable in the air. Rage. Then the name. Scaudus. Misery. Despair. It has another meaning. Strength. Power. And then she just like turns around and like starts walking off.
Yeah. Rowan will remain there for a few moments before she'll leave. She has a pretty good idea of the forest that she's talking about.
Yep. And feel free to she owes you a debt if you're gonna go and talk to the fucking ghost lady.
Yeah, I will.
Well, Blake, it's about midday. Any plans?
No real plans. If nobody contacts him, he'll probably hit the streets, see if anybody needs anything.
Usually hit the streets when you need something.
Sorry, did I say it? I meant like I just need to.
I know what you're saying, but it was a joke. It was a pun, as the move is called "Hit the Streets."
Rule 4, Grant.
Just quote my own book at me, Tech? It's not how it works.
Oh my god, Tick! What are
I'm
you
sorry,
doing?
I thought it was a continuous law. I'm not allowed to have fun with jokes.
Tech,
Can you
I'll-
believe this
so,
guy?
So Tech, let me. Yes, it's rule number 4, no fun allowed. But rule number 3 says quoting the book is a bannable offense.
Can you get a load of this guy?
So, listen, it's in the order of importance.
Okay.
If you played a game that Grunt designed from the ground up and you quoted his own rules at him, he would kill you. Hate once quoted the handout Grunt gave him for a one shot, and Grunt almost killed him.
I'll just see myself out.
So, any plans you might wanna do? You realize you don't have the gun anymore, right? Like, you know, that's just like gone.
Yeah,
right?
I should probably go. I'm gonna go back and try to get that, I guess.
As you head back into the forest, and you check the like a spot where you think you lost it, and it's not there.
Son of a bitch. That sucks.
Yeah.
Grunt. There's with would the gun happen to have my scent on it? Because I think I can update or upgrade my senses to supernatural level.
Yeah, if you think the gun's still around and you just missed it. Kind of unlikely, but maybe.
Maybe.
It would have your scent on it.
That's a let out, so that's a spirit
I believe in you.
partial.
My God, he's winning so much, Mac. When you can't, we're not going to be able to make 100,000 complications for Blake. It's 100,000 partial successes.
Listen, I'll take the silver star, thank you.
So yeah, I guess you mark the corruption. As you kind of start scouring the woods, and you eventually catch a scent of it, but you realize it's underground, like there's a thick layer of the earth. And
Son of
I was gonna say you can try and dig it out if you want.
yeah, he'll try. He looks, it smells, and he's like, "Son of a bitch! I can't afford another one."
As you start like kind of start like clawing basically out, because I don't think you have a shovel on you.
No, all I get is a machete in my
You
pack.
can use that to like start carving up the earth and make it a bit easier as you're like digging your gun out, almost like it's been swallowed up by the earth. You can, at the corner of your vision, spot the ghostly apparition. And she just kind of stares at you. You can see like the chains sort of extending from her arms and hips to like the nearby trees, almost as she's being dangled by them.
I don't know if this even makes sense, but can I figure someone out to see if there's like hostile intent, or is she just
She's smiling at you.
Oh, he'll keep digging, but keep an eye on her and say, "Hello there."
And she's gonna slowly wave.
Do you have a name?
She just kind of like stares at you, doesn't say anything. Seems a bit confused by the question itself, though.
While he's digging, he'll lift his finger. Did you take my gun? He'll make like a finger bang motion.
She kind of
Make-
giggles.
Can I have it back, please?
As she sort of extends a hand, and almost like out of the earth, see the gun being sort of lifted.
I'm assuming it's covered in dirt and stuff.
It's surprisingly clean.
He'll take it.
As
And
she
then-
will just kind of press her finger to her lips. Oh, this goes to favor.
Okay.
Where she seems fine. It's fine.
Fine. I don't even know what this is.
It's a ghost, clearly.
Clearly. So is she just is she still here?
Yeah?
Hmm. Yeah, he'll cautiously walk closer. Is there any like rock or anything he can just sit on?
Yeah, you can find like a nice little boulder to just.
Yeah, so he'll just sit. Hmm.
She just kind of again smiles at you.
Do I don't know anything like me take, and I don't think he'll know anything really about spirits. It's not something I don't think that comes up all the time, if ever.
Yep.
Are you bound here, or are you a guardian of this place?
She just kind of looks at the chains,
Hmm.
kind of like sort of kind of pulls her hand as she kind of yanks on them.
All right. All right. Did are- have you been here a long time, or are you new? One finger for older, two fingers for new.
She just giggles.
Huh.
She
Cool.
raises
cool.
like 3 fingers.
Okay. Does you don't seem to like it when people enter your woods? Is there a particular reason, or
Like this smile sort of slowly dissipates as she points to your knife.
yeah, he'll take out the knife.
As you kind of hold in your hand, she kind of takes her like thumb and sort of drags it across her neck.
Oh, okay, Grant, because I'm dumb. Is she saying somebody hurt her, or that
That could be an
she-
interpretation, yeah.
Are you okay? Are you saying somebody could hurt you? Are you trying to protect yourself?
There's like a slow nod, unsure of it completely, but somewhat correct.
Do you understand why you are here?
She smiles and nods.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
She smiles. The smile widens, almost to an exaggerated, like, off-putting level. And there's a slow nod.
Okay. Well, what can I help you with?
She points at the knife again.
Oh, I guess she handed it back at some point, or just she just.
I mean,
pointing
she
at the
didn't
knife
take
and-
it from you. She just kind of did
Yeah.
like the motion
Oh.
with it. You're still holding it.
Oh, okay. What you want me to do with it?
She kind of extends her hand, sort of as in the "give it to me" motion.
He'll flip it so the handle's facing her and cautiously give it to her.
As she grips it, kind of like almost floats a few steps away from you before dissipating completely.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, listen, don't worry. You can add. She owes you a favor.
That's going to be a problem. But she's
Don't
gone.
worry. She's gone. Yeah, you can't see her anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find Olivia. This seems like something she would know about. Tale as old as time, Red.
Listen, as you sort of start heading out of the woods, there's you like hear this sort of like scream close by.
Grunt. I don't know if you're gonna tell me no, but are my senses still pretty heightened?
Yeah, you can still
So,
use that.
do I know what direction that came
Yeah,
from?
you can locate as you can smell the scent of blood in the air.
I'm going to do another let it out ability.
Oh,
And it is what like is it close or further away?
it's close. Like you don't need to. You don't need to just.
Okay. Sorry. I was gonna
You're
speed
very
it away.
gun ho. Yeah, you're very gun ho. Yeah, you can get there in like a minute as you just rush through the woods. And as you get closer, it's closer to like the street. As
Mhm.
you see, there's this like older teenagers, like 18, and he is just like kind of hanging limp, as like the dagger, your like large knife, is like sort of stuck in his neck and like pinned him to the side of the tree.